Welcome back, y'all. Are we on? Hey, Beth, what it do, y'all? Welcome back. It's your boy, comedian G Dane, man, Fireproof TV. Once again, with Real Talk Podcast, I got a super duper special guest for you guys. Man, this is Miss Antoinette, better known as Annie, authentically Annie, out of Houston. This is going to get a little deeper than most of you guys. Just say hi to the people, and how you doing, ma?
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me on Fireproof TV. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
You guys, our guest, she's an Army vet. She's an author, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, marketing professional, and a woman who turned adversity into progressive and progress in her life. You guys, this is bigger than you're supposed to get. Please welcome Antoinette, you guys. Antoinette Houston.
Hello, everybody.
Now, before this begins, let me ask you a question. Who is Antoinette Houston?
I am a mother. I am a woman of God, and I am a mogul in the making.
And it's making you look like one now to me. You're already doing it. You're already doing it.
Well, thank you
So,
so much.
where'd you grow up and how? What was your childhood like?
I am from Patterson Projects in the Bronx, New York. Shout out to
Oh,
Patterson Projects.
Patterson, BX, let's do it.
Yes. And my childhood was my upbringing was really good. I was brought up into church. My mother always had us in church, Sunday school, Bible study, choir. I sang 7 years old. I sang in the choir. So music and gospel has always been a part of my upbringing in my life.
Wow, wow. So, what experiences from your early life shaped the woman that you are today?
Um, some of the experiences were just coming from the projects, wanting to always, I was always a inquisitive person. I always had a big spirit. I was always like a free spirit. Even as a young girl, I remember putting on fashion shows for my mom and dad with my sister. Just always having a big imagination and always knowing that it was more to life than the concrete jungle.
So, you were always ambitious your whole life.
Yes.
Wow, look at you. Probably in everybody here. Girl, go sit down somewhere.
Yes, I heard that a lot. Yes, you doing too much.
So, what does authentic mean to you today?
Authentic means just being myself, just coming as I am, and the people, places, and opportunities that are for me, they will come to me. So not doing anything but just being who I am.
That's right. That's right. I get that. Now, you describe yourself as a survivor. Now, without
So
sharing anything personal, that you're not comfortable sharing. What are
oh,
some of the things that you've been through that you survived through?
well, at 10 years old, I was molested by
That's
someone
right.
that I trusted. So that kind of like broke my innocence and really kind of like confused me as a child. Um, and then going into Job Corps because I
Mhm.
didn't graduate high school. So
Okay.
shout out to Delaware Valley Job Corps in Monticello,
Shouts
New York.
out.
Yes, I went to Delaware Valley Job Corps and I got my nursing degree and I got my GED. So
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up right there. That's crazy. So, was there a specific moment you can remember where you told yourself, you know what, Antoinette, I'm not about to let my past control my future?
um, basically going into Job Corps when I was bad. My mom and dad, they were together all the way up until I was about 12 and a half. Then after that, it was like everything just went downhill and I became very angry, very rebellious. That's when I dropped out of school and I was running with the wrong crowd and I was going down the wrong path. But
Mhm.
I decided I needed to do better. I needed to be better. And even though I was an intern at Bad Boy Entertainment at the time when they were first starting, I decided to go to Job Corps. So who knows where my life could have been, especially with everything that's going on with that. But I feel like God was definitely protecting me because the trajectory of my life changed, and I went to Job Corps, and I decided to do something better. And my
Yeah,
grandmother, God rest her soul, she was a RN. So I wanted to follow in the footsteps of my grandmother, and give back and serve. So I became a nurse.
props to grandmama, props to grandmama. You know how I feel about that one.
Yeah.
Look, so you say your purpose is bigger than your pain. What does
Yes.
that actually mean within your life?
Well, basically, it means that you have gone through the things that you have gone through for a reason. And the your like they say, God gives his strongest battles to his toughest soldiers.
True, true,
And what doesn't
true.
kill you is going to make you stronger. So I truly believe that the bigger picture, just looking forward and looking to the bigger picture and knowing that if you're not dead, then God has a bigger purpose for you and your purpose is bigger than your pain. So that's where
And
that
that,
model came from.
and you turn that into fuel that powers the person that you are.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
Wow.
GA.
Now, was forgiveness any part of your transformation?
Absolutely. I had to forgive myself first and foremost. It all
You
started with
heard?
Yes, it all started with me forgiving myself, having hard conversations with myself, and looking at myself in the mirror. I started doing mirror affirmations and just pouring positivity into myself because I didn't always love myself. Um,
Yes.
and so when I did that and I truly like started loving myself fully and wholeheartedly, that's when everything started to fall in line for me.
And you say loving yourself, because you know, one of the most conceited damn comedians in the world.
I know that's right, as
You
you should.
said, but you got to, you know, at one
Exactly.
point, when you wake up, the first person you see is who?
It's
That's
you.
you.
Exactly.
If you don't like that person, you know how it goes. You have to love
Exactly.
that person. And guess what? That
Exactly.
person explodes into a beautiful butterfly just like you.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you.
So did
Yes,
you struggle at all with forgiving yourself?
I did. Coming from where I'm from, like I said, I went to Job Corps at 15, so I didn't really have the guidance. Not that my mom and dad weren't good parents, but I was rebellious. I was angry that they didn't stay together, so I didn't listen.
That's right.
Children, make sure you listen to your parents or your loved ones, the ones that love
Listen to
you.
your
They tell you
mammy
for a
and your
reason.
grandmama.
Yes. And so I didn't listen. So I had to learn the hard way. But all of those things it shaped me to be who I am today. So I wouldn't change it for the world.
That's right. And so, but what does healing look like to you? What does that look like to you?
Well, I'm still in the process of healing.
That's right.
Um, yes, I don't think we ever fully heal. We just continue to go through the process, just like we always gonna learn until we close our eyes. We're always learning. Um, but healing for me was looking at myself in the mirror and having some hard conversations with myself,
Mm-hmm.
loving myself, crying a lot, and
Easy
cleansing
call.
my soul, and praying a lot, and just also reflecting. I'm also a writer. I have my journals that I call my dream books, and
Awesome.
I reflected. I looked at my old journals and all of the things that I had overcame, and especially the negative things, and where I am today. And
Mm-hmm.
it really has been helping me to heal even more, seeing that I'm not where I am, even though I'm not where I want to be. I'm just grateful that I'm not where I am.
Right. Or you know what? You're empowering me. My hairs are raising up off of my skin right now. I'm just loving the positive vibes right now. Now look,
Oh, thank
Antoinette, what is one generational cycle that you made a conscious decision to break? Like whatever happens in this world, this is not happening to me.
Well, one of the cycles was to be more involved with my children. When I had children, I said that I wouldn't whip them, that I would try, a different approach, and that I would
Hmm.
just do more things with them because growing up, My parents stayed, well, my dad, but not really so much my mom because she worked. So I never really had
Nigga.
people that like loved on me, like really show me affection. Like they bought me things and everything like that, but they didn't ever like through far in between told me like I love you or I'm proud of you, like that. So I made a conscious decision when I had kids to pour into them in a positive way, to tell them I'm proud of them, to do like family activities with them, going to the beach, going to the movies, having a
Yeah.
picnic, going to the park, just taking them out and doing things with them, like,
Those
more
small things are very,
being a
very
present
important.
being a present parent. Yeah.
How many children do you have?
I have three. I have a daughter, she's 23, and then I have two boys, 22 and 19.
Go ahead. Look, you like me. I got three too. Grown and gone. Get on about your business. Trying
Exactly.
to live
Yes.
life.
Exactly.
So, what would you tell someone who's currently feeling trapped in the same situation you once were in? What would you tell someone like that right now?
I would tell them to keep God first, to pray. I would tell them to make sure face those demons because you can't keep running from them. So have
Mhm.
those hard conversations with yourself.
Right?
Um, love yourself, do
Ah,
positive affirmations. That's why I said I tell my community to do mirror affirmations. I learned that from Louise Hay. So do mirror
absolutely.
affirmations because if you can look in your own eyes in the mirror, then you can look at anybody in their eyes.
True, true, true. That's real talk right there. That is real talk. Now let's go somewhere. Now you were part of our military. Thank you for your service, of course. And what branch was that?
I was in the army.
In the army. Wow, wow. What made you join the army?
Well, right after 9/11, I was there when 9/11 happened. I was on the train and yeah, and it was a very traumatic thing for me at, seeing something like that at 17 and a half. So
Yes.
I wanted to do my part and I wanted to serve my country. So I joined a month after 9/11, October 17th,
Wow.
2001.
Wow. And what did military service teach you about yourself?
Oh, it because I mean, when I was younger, they always said I was shy and quiet and timid, and I did. I was, especially after being molested. I kind of went into a shell, but
Wow.
the military taught me to speak up for myself, to have more confidence and more
Hmm.
fearlessness about myself. It also taught me consistency. As you know, you have to get up early, you have to exercise every day. So it taught me discipline as well. So
And leadership as well, also, right?
entrepreneurship, leadership. Yep, exactly.
So was transitioning from the military back into civilian life, was that trippy for you?
No, it wasn't hard for me at all. Because after the military, I was a nurse. I was a nurse before the military, and then I was a nurse after. So I
Okay.
just went back to doing what I loved, serving the country and now serving the people.
A nurse that can hit a target from 500 feet without a scope, right?
Absolutely.
Y'all heard it. Don't mess with Nurse Houston, all right? We're not doing that around these parts. So, are there lessons from the Army that you still use in business to this day?
Absolutely. Leadership, like I said, leadership. I've
Mhm.
always had integrity and I've always been loyal to the ones that are loyal to me. But teamwork, dedication, honesty, respect, duty, selfless service, all of the things that the military taught me, it just is rolling over into my real life.
Now, you've always been into serving others from your military service to, I mean, even people in your own neighborhood. But you spent years working in healthcare. What drew you to healthcare? Was it from a young age? Did you have
Yeah.
mentors? Is people you seen doing it that drew you to that?
My grandmother, God rest her soul, she was an
Go
RN.
ahead.
And I watched her when I was growing up, going back and forth to work with her nursing uniform on, just serving. And so I said, I want to do that too. I want to be a nurse. So I became I didn't become an RN, but I became a CNA. So yeah.
And how did that How did that teach you about compassion? What did that teach you about compassion?
Well, I've always had a compassionate heart. I'm a Cancer, so I'm a empath, and I'm a
Yeah,
sensitive person.
caregivers.
So it just gave me more compassion, especially for elderly people, for people that can't do things for themselves, and it let me see like one day this is going to be me. So and this is someone's grandmother or father or uncle or brother or whoever. So I want to treat them the way that I want to be treated, and I would want my family member to be treated. So
So
yeah.
it made you realize a little, did you start thinking a little harder about taking care of yourself better?
Yes, absolutely. Seeing some of them, especially some of them didn't have family coming to see them at all
Yes, that's
because
horrible.
because of how they were and before they got old. So I made a conscious decision, like before I get old, I'm gonna make sure that I treat people with kindness and consideration, and just be of service and serve, just help people, so that when I get to that age, I'll have people that want to show up for me.
Wow, I love you so much. When did you know it was time to expand beyond healthcare and go into entrepreneurship?
Um, well, I've always done private nurse care, even after I got out the military. I did private nurse care for my client. Rest in peace to Jimmy. He
Rest in
was,
peace, Jimbo.
yes, he was Caucasian man, but that didn't matter. He didn't have children, so I was like his daughter. I took care of
Wow.
him for 4 years. He was the owner of a woman's clothing store in Norfolk, Virginia, and
Wow.
he just was so selfless and so wonderful. I remember it was times that I didn't have money for food, and he would be like, "You and the kids come over and just eat whatever you want, take whatever you want." So he was always selfless and just always so kind to me and my family. And he encouraged me. He encouraged me to get my business degree. So rest in peace and shout out
Wow.
to Jimmy.
Shout out to Jimmy. Shout out. Now let's talk about your book. You with that?
Oh yes, my book is right
From
here. From
from
Ashes to
ashes to
Acceleration.
acceleration. Wow, check that title out. Now, why
Yes.
is that title? What's the meaning behind that title?
The meaning behind this title is basically going through the fire. When you are being as a diamond, when a diamond is being refined, you have to go through the fire. So
True.
I put from ashes, when you are being burned, God is not burning you to, take you out. He is burning you to refine you into the diamond that you are and to accelerate you.
So what made you finally say, you know what? Screw all y'all. I'm about to write a book. I need to tell my story.
Shout out to my TikTok family, my Mogul Mindset family. Baddest Bling, Rose King. She's also an author, a published author on Amazon.
See?
I've always been a writer. Even as a kid in elementary school, I received a writing award, but I never was in the environment or around the people that can actually help me, bring those into
Hmm.
fruition and have a tangible product. But going on TikTok and connecting with like-minded people, she
Yes.
took me by the hands and under her wings, and she told me step by step how to format my book, how to do everything, and all the way up until getting it published. So shout out to her.
Shots out. That's big,
And
big
yeah,
plot.
she encouraged me to write my story. She said, you need to tell your story, you need to write. And I was like, I've always been a writer. She was like, well, I'm gonna show you how to actually get it out there. So shout out to her.
So during the writing process, was it therapeutic? Was it painful? Was it release?
All of the above. Yes, it was definitely it was a trigger because it brought up a lot of old emotions and things like that. But like I said, crying is a part of healing. It's a part
True,
of
true,
cleansing the
true.
soul.
Don't be
So
afraid.
yes, don't be afraid, queens and kings. Don't be
Yes,
afraid
sir.
to cry
That's
and
it.
to show your emotions. I think that's very manly, personally. But yeah, I definitely had to stop at times and get a good cry and everything. But it was very cleansing and very healing. And I've been told even by my sister who's on here now, shout out to my sister, that
Shout
it
out,
helped
sis.
her. It helped her heal as well. So
So there wasn't just one topic or one phrase. There were certain points in that book that were really difficult to write.
yes, yes. The part of me being molested, that was a trigger. My mom and dad's domestic violence situation, that was another
Wow.
trigger. Um, so yeah, it's a lot of things. I don't want to, give away too much of the book because I would rather
Mhm.
people buy it. But yeah, it's a lot of things in there that were triggering, but also very healing.
So who did you picture when you were writing? What pictures was it in your head when you were writing this book?
The little girl,
Yes.
myself as a little girl.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's a lot of moratorium memories. All that's a lot.
Yes,
That
yes.
is, and you completed it.
Thank you. Yes, I did.
That's
I'm
what I'm
proud.
talking about.
Yes.
So, what did you want someone who's going through a difficult season right now to stay away from in this book? Was something you wrote you want someone to totally stay away that you warned them to stay away from in this book?
Um, it's really nothing in there they need to stay away from. If anything, I feel like it will make them stronger.
Yes.
Um, especially if they can relate to what I've been through. Like I said, we have to have those difficult conversations with ourselves, first of all. So if it's anything in my book that you might be relatable to, I feel like it would be very healing for you guys to read it and to have those honest conversations with yourself so that you guys can heal.
And what does acceleration mean in your life right now?
Celebration,
Acceleration.
a celebration. Um,
No,
just
not a celebration of as to acceleration.
oh, acceleration.
Yeah.
Okay,
What does that mean to you in
acceleration.
your life right now?
Oh, just going from where I was to where I know I'm going. I had a interview with Hip Hop Vibe a couple of years back, and
Wow.
I had put at the end of my interview, we are not just going, we are not just what does I say? We are not just how does it go? We are going out of, we are not just shooting for the stars, we are going out of space, something like that. But
Yeah, I feel you.
accelerating out of space. So it's not just about, you know, shooting for the stars or the sky, but going to a whole nother level with a whole nother stratosphere.
Now you have a mogul mindset.
Yes.
How did the mogul mindset hit you to go consulting, marketing, promotion? How did all that begin?
Okay, well, I've always, well, since 2014 when I started listening to Louise Hay and I read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, that
Mm.
is what changed my mindset. So writing in my dream books, I've always had that fire to want to help and to want to be better and do better. So going on TikTok, I just came up with that like slogan that because they encourage you to come up with something that can stick with people and people can follow and understand. So I came up with that little catchy phrase, mogul mindset.
Mogul
And
mindset.
yes, and when you change your mind, you change your life. And
True.
we are
A little
generation
childhood girl from the projects in the Bronx, huh? Mogul
yes,
mindset, y'all. Anything you want to do can be done. Trust me. Believe
exactly.
it can
Exactly.
happen. Put in the work, y'all. So,
And
what services do you provide?
I provide marketing, promotions, and consulting. And I just came from a client's the day before yesterday. Shout out to Dreadlocks by Randy on
Dreadlocks.
on 151 Ridge Street in Lower East Side, Manhattan. She is a master loctician and a master barber. We connected because she started doing my boy's hair, but she's a lefty like me. I'm left-handed. and she is just an amazing soul. And she asked me, she saw my social media, and she asked me to start doing social media marketing for her. And she has a lot of high profile clients that
Hmm.
I can't even name. She is a
Yes.
private salon. It's by appointment only, so it's exclusive. And she asked me to do some content for her. And one of the videos that I have produced for her has almost 1 million views on her
Wow.
page.
Wow.
Mhm.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. You know, I just cut my locks after 30 years just last year.
She can reattach them. She knows how to reattach them. If you
We're
was to
not
keep,
doing that. You will not catch me out here with you not we
yeah,
not
but I'm just saying she can reattach locks. She can repair locks.
Mhm.
All of those things. She's amazing.
Can she look? Can she put a chip in my woman's wig?
A chip. I
She,
don't know.
you know, she's a grandmama, old lady. You know, I keep losing her. I want to be able to track her down. Shit. Okay. Okay. So, what type of client is the best fit for your company?
Well, it's a plethora of clients. Like I said, not only do I do like people that have their own businesses, but I help regular people that
So
want
it's
to
come on,
grow.
come on. As long as they down and ready for business.
Exactly. I help people that want to grow on social media. I promote their businesses if they have their own like book or a tangible product, or if they don't, I just help them just brand themselves. So yeah.
Now, Antoinette, what's one of the biggest mistakes most small businesses make?
One of the biggest mistakes small businesses make is not integrating with the people, is
Okay.
not getting out their boots
Can
to the
you
ground,
elaborate a little bit on that?
getting out their boots to the ground, actually kissing babies and shaking hands,
Yes. There
you
you
know,
go.
actually getting out there and becoming one with the people and finding out exactly what the people want and need so that you can provide that service for them.
So, can a great product still fail because of bad marketing?
I believe so, yes. Like I said, if you have a great product but you are not promoting it, if and not getting out there and promoting it properly, because word of mouth is
Okay.
amazing. It's amazing. But you have to get out there, you have to put in the work. Like they say, faith without works is dead. So get out there, kiss those babies, shake those hands,
Your
let people
hand.
see that you are a human being with emotion, because a lot of my
Yes. Yes.
community, I've met a lot of people in real life. Like I don't just talk about, talk to them on social media. We have met. So they
Yes.
say, wow, you are such an amazing soul and an amazing spirit. And and so people connect to me because I'm authentic. So yeah, just get out there, small businesses, get out there and meet the people.
So, what's more important today for you? Followers, engagement, relationships, or sales? Or all
Relationships.
of them?
Relationships and engagements, because once you build that relationship and they engage with you, the followers are going to come and then the sales are going to come. It's inevitable. Everything is going to come hand in hand.
That's true. That is true, true, true. So, how do you help a person turn themselves into a recognizable brand?
Just by, like I said, getting out there first and putting
Pushing,
themselves
pushing,
out
pushing,
there.
pushing, pushing,
Yeah, putting yourself
working,
out
working,
there.
working.
You have to put yourself out there. You have to let people know that you are willing to be vulnerable and open, be honest and transparent. That's like me. And people will connect to you. Your tribe, your energy, your aura, it's gonna attract the people
It's
that's
everything.
supposed to connect to you.
Now, what's something what's something entrepreneurs spend money on that they really shouldn't?
Honestly, no shade to any big name brand, but the
Hmm.
Louis, the Gucci's, and the Fendi's, you don't really need that. You just need to be your authentic self. Especially, I mean, let me rephrase that. If you have the means, then by all means, you only have one life, live it up,
True,
do you?
true.
But if you don't have the means, don't live beyond your means, trying to
Keep
keep
up
up with
with
the
the Jones.
Joneses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like just be who you are, come as you are. The people that are gonna resonate with you, that's gonna attract you, they're gonna attract to you. because of your character, because of your energy, because of your vibes, like my sign, positive vibes only. They're going to connect to you. So you don't have to try to pretend to be someone you're not and living above your means before you actually have the means to, to live
You heard it
that way.
right here. You heard it. You heard it right there. Now, what's something entrepreneurs should invest in, but they usually don't? Look at the
And this
stock
is not
market
a
and
paid,
Bitcoin.
this is not a paid promotion, but this digital business ban has been imperative in my career, in my networking and connecting with
Yeah.
people,
Hmm.
because the digital age is here and everything is technology based, and people are not carrying around business cards anymore, guys. I'm telling you, people want things fast, and me having this has connected me to so many people instantaneously, because it has all of my social medias, it has my cash app, it has my website, it has everything on here. So definitely invest in some type of digital product so people can get your information quickly.
That's true. Now,
Shout out
building
to Dr.
authentically Annie. I'm loving it. You built a social media community of more than 11,000 people, 11,000 followers. How'd you grow your audience?
Just being myself. Even from the first day, I started from nothing, from 0 followers, just coming on TikTok. Shout out to all of my Mogul Mindset family once again on TikTok. I
Oh,
see the
shouts
Queens in
out.
this here. Um, just coming as I was and just being vulnerable, letting them know my story, my testimony, because we all have one. Um, they just started to connect to me, and they started to, engage with me, and they started
So
to.
at what point did you notice, like, wait a minute, my shit is really connecting with people. Hold on. When did you notice that? Because at first it's like, oh, I'm just letting loose. Then you start
Um,
realizing, hey, this is really connecting with people.
when I hit 1,000 followers in less than 30 days.
Wow.
Because when I was on no shade to Facebook or Instagram, but I was on those platforms. I've been doing this social media thing for decades. So this is
Wow.
not new. This is not new to me. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I just wasn't getting
This
the
is all.
engagement and the support that I get now from my TikTok community. But now I see people from TikTok are coming over to my Facebook, and now my Facebook is starting to grow because I'm putting myself out there more. But yeah, I've been doing this, and I just been connecting to the right people, and things is just starting to take off for me. But yeah, I just came as I was and started connecting to like minds and people that didn't gatekeep and that actually wanted me to win,
That's
because when
right.
you are around small-minded people that don't see your vision and don't see your insight and understand you, you could talk to the
You
cows come home, they would never get it.
have
Exactly.
heard it. You
Exactly.
heard it right there. You already heard it right there. Do you ever feel pressure constantly motivates people, even when you're having difficulty with shit yourself?
Honestly, no. If anything, it fuels that fire, that passion in me, especially on the days that I don't want to show up. Those are the
Hmm.
days, because I do pop ups. I don't have a set time to go live, except I try to go live on Sundays because I
Hmm.
sing also. So I do gospel on Sundays and motivate people, and they come in, they ask me to sing gospel songs, and we sing and stuff like that. But other than that, I pop up. But on the days that I don't show up, I literally have my people texting me and calling me like, "Where you at, Annie?" Shout out to Annie Banana. She'll text me and
Any
be like,
banana.
"Yeah." She'll text me and be like, "Where are you? I want to see your face. You haven't been live." And I might not be feeling like my best self, but that will motivate me. Like, I have people that actually want to see my face, that want to hear what I have to say. That motivates me to want to show up. And even if I'm sad, I'll let them know like I'm sad. I've cried many times on my live, but that's what resonates with people, just being my authentic self, being my real self.
Now, hey, I want you to do me a favor, man. I want you to look in that camera, and I want you to tell somebody right now with only 100 followers, maybe, they're sitting there comparing themselves to someone with 100,000 followers. Give them some advice right now.
Kings and queens, first and foremost, You are beautifully and uniquely and wonderfully made. God made us all that way. So don't look at someone else's journey and path and compare it to yourself. We are not on paths to compete with each other or to compare to one another. We are on our own individual path. So just keep going, keep God first, and what's for you is going to and be yours inevitably. So just keep showing up. If that's one thing I do tell my community is to keep
That's
showing up,
right.
to keep being consistent. Consistency is key, and everything is going to fall into place for you eventually.
Keep pushing, keep grinding, fam. Keep grinding. You heard it right here. Yeah, but baby girl, your motto is breaking generational curses and building generational wealth, one kind soul at a time, right?
Yes.
Where'd that come from?
I'm an empath, and I believe that God gives me downloads. That's why I try to I'm serious. And when I because I talk to myself out loud. People that don't understand, they think I'm crazy. But I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to God. But if somebody else was to walk in, they would be thinking I'm talking to myself, but I'm not. And when I'm talking out loud to God, to myself, he gives me downloads. And it just came to me one day and I was like, oh, that's good. Just like you know, your pain is your purpose is bigger than your pain. So
Mhm.
just little downloads that God gives me, and I got that, and I was like, wow, that goes perfect with my mobile mindset. When you change your mind, you change your life. So I just started saying that as my motto.
So not pinpointing one thing, but what exactly is a generational curse to you? What does that mean to you?
Just having like some type of pattern that has been passed down through generations and has come on to you. And when you identify it and you know it, like me and my sister talked about,
Mhm.
that's when you break it. You don't stay in that pattern. You don't stay in that curse. You break it.
Letting it be known that we all have what? Choices, right?
Yes, exactly.
Can financial habits become generational cycles?
Financial habits become generational cycles. Um, absolutely. Um, but if it's a bad habit, we don't want that. We want to break any and all bad habits. So
Yes.
we are only um connecting to positive cycles. Anything positive, then it's okay if it's generational. So if you have positive aspects from your past generation, keep that. But if you notice any type of negative patterns or negative curses, generational curses, break those.
Now, can you build generational wealth without changing your mindset?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You have to have the mindset of a mogul, the mindset of a multimillionaire or billionaire or someone that wants
Hmm.
financial freedom. Because if you have a poverty mindset, you're going to continue to think small. You're not going to see past that
Hello.
box. I always think outside. I've always thought outside the box. So you have to think outside the box. You have to be bigger than the program. And yeah, you cannot create generational wealth and have a small mindset. No.
So, what do you want future generations to gain from you besides money?
Besides money, I want them to gain um something I didn't learn, something I never was taught, financial literacy.
Wow.
The next
Say it again for a minute.
financial literacy.
Bam, y'all heard it?
Yes, something that I never was taught. I honestly feel like I could have been a billionaire already by now. And
Hmm.
if we was taught at a young age about credit and debit and trust funds and IRAs
Yes.
and all of those things and being a business owner and not working for someone but having our own, there would be, I feel like, a lot less crime, a lot less competition, a lot less anger, a lot less divorces, you know, because a lot of
This is
divorces
true.
happen because of financial problems. So, yeah, financial literacy at a young age is very important for the next generation.
And faith has played a big role in the journey, am I right?
You said what?
Your faith has played a
Oh, yes,
big role in your journey.
absolutely, absolutely,
Was there moments where your faith was tested?
absolutely. But you know, our God is a forgiving God. Thank God,
Is
because
that
if that's the
okay?
case, I wouldn't be here. some of the conversations I had with God in the past, I wouldn't be here. But He's a forgiving God. He gives us grace and mercy. And so, yes, I've had conversations and I have had times where my faith was tested. But I've always, just gravitated back towards gospel music. Whenever I'm
Mhm.
depressed and sad, that's what I do. I open my windows, I let out the negativity, and I listen to gospel music, and I just pray and I cry, and I sit by the water. I love to sit by the water, and things just turn around for me. And I just try to focus on the positive things instead of the things that I can't change.
Little East Coast accent. You like the water? You like to sit by the water? That's really cute. So, how do you know when you're walking in purpose versus simply just chasing an opportunity or chasing a dream?
Well, I would say pray and ask God for discernment.
Hmm.
Sit still, be still, let him talk to you directly or through your dreams. Like I said, I'm
Yes.
an empath, I'm a visionary. So
Mhm.
I see things in dreams and I get downloads. So just pray and ask God for discernment and he will direct your path. He will direct your path, honestly.
And what would you have to say to someone who feels like, you know what, I'm this age or I'm this, it's too late for me to reinvent myself. What's your advice for them?
Well, honestly, I'm 44, and for some reason in my past, I've always attracted younger guys, and it was always rainbows and sunshine until we broke up. And then I was old, I was burnt out, I was washed up. You ain't gonna never make it, you ain't gonna never be nothing. So don't let nobody tell you that you're too old to do anything. Whatever you passionate about doing, is part of your purpose. So do that. And if you are not around people that are pouring into you in a positive way, get around people that are. And if you can't, put on some
Oof,
headphones and listen to some positive affirmations because repetition is key. Once you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. So
straight
listen
up.
to positive affirmations for 21 days and it will become a lifestyle. And that's what I did.
Now, what does Antoinette do when she's having a bad day? What do you do, Miss Antoinette?
I listened to my gospel. I listen to positive affirmations. I go out and sit by the water with my dog, Diamond, my service dog, and I get on
Oh,
TikTok. I get on TikTok and I share how I feel with my community, and they show up for me every time.
all right. Now, guess what? I'm about to put you on G-Dane's hot seat. You ready for me?
I'm ready.
You ready? You ready? Okay. Money or purpose?
Purpose,
Fans, fame or impact?
impact,
Business owner or motivational speaker?
motivational speaker,
Book or podcast?
book,
Military discipline or entrepreneurial freedom?
military discipline.
One person you'd love to have dinner with on the planet, outside of me, of course. I've never been
Tyler
on
Perry.
that.
Tyler Perry.
Oh, we might see if we can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? One
Yes.
book everyone should read.
Think and Grow Rich and You Can Change Your Mind by Louise Hay. So two books.
It's Teffy. One simple word, one word that describes your past.
Roller coaster.
One word that describes your present.
Smooth sailing.
Ooh, I'm loving that one. Now, one word that describes your future, Eddie.
Acceleration.
Easy call. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm loving you. I'm loving you. So what's next? What's next for Authentically Annie?
Woo! Shout out to my mentor, my publicist, and my advisor, Robert Jackson.
Robert
He
Jack.
has been connecting me to so many opportunities. Y'all be on the lookout for me on Tubi soon. I'm aspiring
Okay.
actress. I just got a role. I can't say too much, but y'all be on the lookout for me on TV soon. I'm also an artist, so I will be putting out a single as well soon. I'll be on the lookout for some more of my books. It's a book series, so I'll be writing some more books soon. I just got so much things in the works. I'm just so grateful, and I'm just so blessed. I also do community service work. I will be receiving an award from Councilman Maury on September
Hey,
12th.
hey, good
So I'm
job.
excited about that. So yeah, I have so many things in the works, and I'm just excited.
Speaking tours, workshops, conferences. She's a woman about the world. Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. I am so proud of you. I'm
Thank you.
definitely so proud of you.
Oh,
What's the biggest goal you're working towards right now? I mean, I don't even want to ask you that. You got so much going on. I don't want your head to explode. Good Lord.
the biggest goal that
So,
I'm working
how can
towards,
people book you?
they can book me on my digital dot band. I'll have it linked in. It's linked in my Facebook bio and
And
also in
that's to
my
work
Instagram.
with you or support you or just be a
Yes.
fan and think about you, right?
That's everything. My social medias has my, I mean, my link has my social medias, and it also has my Cash App and my PayPal. If anybody want to donate, if you send more than $20, I will send you a personalized autographed copy of my book From Ashes to Acceleration. Also,
Oh, wow. That is such a sweet deal, all in one. Now, if you could sit across from young Antoinette during one of the hardest moments of her little young life, what would you tell her?
if I could sit across from young Antoinette, I would tell her that it's going to get better. And I wouldn't really change much because, like I said, it was a process. I would just
Mhm.
give her more affection. I would just love on her more.
That's the sweetest. That's the sweetest, most selfish slash selfless thing I've heard. That's crazy. That is a beautiful thing.
Hmm.
What would you say to the women watching this interview who feels like she started from the ashes right now?
I would say, Queens, God is going to put you through the fire, not to burn you, but to refine you. And you are going to have to hurt in order to heal. But once you heal, it's gonna take you into depths that you never thought was possible. But if you believe in yourself and keep God first, anything is possible. And I'm living proof of that.
Wow. Now finish this sentence. My pain doesn't destroy me. It
My pain doesn't destroy me. It has allowed me to become the diamond that I always knew that I was through the fire.
and when it's all said and done, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be for the next generation learning about financial literacy. I also want to put out a children's manifestation coloring book because I believe the children are our future. And I always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to help children as well. And so that's one of the next things I'm going to do after I finish my book series. I'm going to put out a children's manifestation coloring book because I feel like besides financial literacy, it's very important for children to love on themselves and to have self-love and to, you know, be repetitious about doing positive affirmations so that they can pour positivity into themselves. So they're not looking for
Yes.
validation from someone else.
I feel you on that. You one great awesome question though. If your life is proof that your purpose is bigger than your pain, what do you believe all that pain was preparing you for
Literally everything that's coming into fruition right now.
as we
It was
speak?
days that I didn't want to be on this earth and I shouldn't have been here. But I'm just grateful that God, He had a bigger plan for me. And I just kept staying steadfast, and that little glimmer of hope and light and having faith, it brought me to this space and time right now in my life. So I'm grateful that I didn't give up. So don't
You
give
know
up,
what?
guys. I'm telling you.
Don't give up, y'all heard. You know what I'm grateful for, Antoinette?
What?
I'm so grateful that you were a guest on Real Talk Podcast with me. And thank you, Mo
Thanks.
McCoy, for giving me beautiful guests like this that are actually human enough for me to ask those questions to. You know what I mean?
Thank you so
I
You're
really
much. I
very
appreciate
welcome.
you. You guys, this has been Fireproof TV, Real Talk Podcast with my guest of honor, of course, Antoinette Houston. I'm your boy, comedian G Dane, and tell your grandmama she better have some positive shit cooking for me when I get to the house. And that's easy, dog.